Welcome back to Court TV Live. I'm Joy Lim-Nakran in for Judge Ashley Wilcott. Now, the director of the blockbuster film Black Panther was recently detained in Atlanta after being mistaken for a bank robber. Ryan Coogler was trying to withdraw money from his own account at Bank of America.
Hey, sir. Hey, man. Do me a favor, man. Come this way. Put your hand behind your back.
Change now, back. Got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Is there any reason you're not doing this, bro?
Give me 1 second. Hold on. What's going on, my man?
Trying to pull money on my own.
So there he is being handcuffed by Atlanta police, and APD has said their response and behavior on scene was in reaction to a robbery call relayed by dispatch. They were told Coogler walked in wearing a hat, mask, and a sweatshirt and handed a note to the teller that read, quote, "I would like to withdraw $12,000 cash from my checking account. Please do the money count somewhere else. I would like to be discreet."
She's saying that I guess he wasn't speaking and that's and passed her a note and that's why she was nervous and stalling.
She white or black?
I have no idea. I didn't talk to her. She's black? Okay, yeah, I didn't talk to her. My officer spoke to her.
A robber without any gun or any weapon.
Excuse me?
A robber without any weapon.
Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, most banks get robbed in that manner. Most banks don't have a gun pointed at them. They pass a note and say, "Hey, I have this. Give me this, or I'm gonna, you know."
So then the teller told police she had a gut feeling something was off, even though Coogler had shown her both his ID and his Bank of America card.
I looked at the note, and then I said, "Okay, do you have your debit card?" He inserted his debit card, and then so I said...
So he gave you the debit card?
He inserted it
Okay.
to the key, the reader. So then after he inserted the debit card, I said, okay, I forgot what I said, honestly. But anyway, so I said, you want to make a withdrawal? To which account? And he said, he just kept pointing. He's like, look at the note. So I'm like, okay. And so I said, do you have your ID? He did give me his ID. It was a California ID. But my stomach started turning. Like, I'm like, okay, it just seems odd because you're making a withdrawal, but you hand me a note on the back of a deposit slip. And you keep telling me, look at the note, but you don't want to talk to me. So I'm like already like, okay, like you're just acting really kind of, it's just weird. So then he gave me his ID as a California ID, but I'm still like kind of shook up, so I didn't look at his first and last name. Then on my computer it says a high-risk transaction. So a red box came up. So I'm like, okay. I said, give me 1 moment. I just have to get my manager, and I had his ID in my hand. He said, oh, he's like, can I have my ID back? So I said, yeah. So I handed him his ID back, and I walked around, and I told my manager, I said, I don't feel comfortable about this transaction. He handed me a note and told me, just look at the note, and he wants $12,000. And then so he was like, okay, give me 1 moment. He was like, let's go around and talk to him. And I said, no, I'm pregnant. Like, I don't know if he got a gun or whatever. Like, and when I did talk to him, he kept pointing at the note. So I'm like, no.
Okay, so police determined in their report it was actually a mistake made by the bank, and Bank of America has since apologized to Coogler. Now, Coogler told Variety magazine, quote, "This situation should never have happened." He said, however, Bank of America worked with me and addressed it to my satisfaction, and we have moved on. Okay, so criminal defense attorney Molly Palmer is still with us live here in studio. Molly, what a mess this is. What do you think could have been done better here?
Well, maybe if the teller had read the note. It's really interesting to hear her interview and how she says he kept saying, look at the note. Now, typically in bank robberies, which as a criminal defense lawyer I'm familiar with, the note is not written on a deposit slip with his information on it. And it certainly wouldn't say, I would like to withdraw from my account. So I think if she just would have taken another step, she would have assuaged some of her fears. And I don't like the reaction to be immediately to involve police.
Yeah, that's what you were talking about. Just kind of, you know, take a breath before you escalate things, basically.
Exactly.
That said, what legal recourse might he have?
Well, we'll have to see. I mean, Coogler at this point, I mean, potentially has a civil lawsuit pain and suffering, some sort of compensatory damages against the teller and the bank. I mean, maybe the police, maybe not, because they were just acting on information that they had received from dispatch, but certainly the bank might be slapped with a civil lawsuit.
And for the police, you said potentially the claim could be maybe false imprisonment.
Maybe so, but police have qualified immunity, and what they knew is what they were given from dispatch. It's the teller and it's the bank who acted improperly in the face of one of their somebody who banked with them, asking for money out of his account.
And, you know, actually, we want to play a clip of Coogler with the police. Let's listen.
It's nothing for me to say, man. Like I gotta get all y'all names.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Y'all got cars?
No, we don't have cards, but we'll. If you got something to write on, do you have anything?
I'm not reaching into nothing, grabbing nothing with y'all.
No,
So y'all can give me something to write down on, and y'all can put it down.
All right.
See if you can get you some paperwork and then you can do that. All right, I'm sure you have some stuff in the car that you can write
I'm not
down.
reaching in there, bro. Like y'all just came in. Ryan had guns drawn on me in a while, bro.
So, and he refused to reach for anything because he was afraid of the police. You know, what do you think of his reaction, not only at that point, but during the initial encounter with the teller?
I think his reaction to the police is valid. I think that he was not only humiliated, but potentially scared. I mean, these things happen all the time, and once you involve police, things escalate quickly. So I don't blame him at all in terms of being offended as to what happened, but also truly fearful. And I agree. Why would you reach for something at that point? He's a bit shook up. And so, no, I think Coogler is absolutely having an appropriate reaction. The inappropriate reaction was the teller's reaction.
And what about, you know, we heard that officer, one of the investigators responding to the scene, say, you know, unfortunately, this is how a lot of bank robberies are conducted, where someone writes on a note, you know, give me this cash, this amount. And do you think that asking for the money in that way is something that he should have avoided?
Well, I mean, he was asking specifically for the money count to be done out of the view of other bank customers because he was asking for a very large amount of cash. But I think that if the teller had simply read the note and where it said my account and she had his ID and everything else seemed to match up, it's just not like the other bank robbery notes that we see in the world of criminal defense.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, thankfully it ended in the way that it did, because unfortunately we've covered too many cases that have certainly turned out tragic in this way, where there is a police response that ends up with someone being hurt or even killed.